Yes. So in our yesterday's session, we saw what is meant by net present value. Correct. To brief that for for some time, I'll just tell you how exactly it works again. So you need to multiply the cash flows, cash inflows as well as cash outflows to the present value factor, right? Present value factor will be there on your present value tables. One thing is that you can calculate it using a normal calculator, or you can use the present value factors. Present value factors is that I've taken a present value factor, present value table, right? So what are we trying to calculate? We need present value factor at the rate of 10%, correct? So go to the present value table. This is future value, correct? This is also future value of annuity. This is present value of interest factor. This is the table you need to see, right? Present value interest factors. Our rate of interest is 10%. We need it for 5 years. Take all these figures. These four figures. 0.9091, 0.8264, 0.7513, 0.6830, 0.6209. Right. These figures in our yesterday's class we had calculated it using a normal calculator. However, you will also find it in your present value factors. Please be very much careful as to which table you are watching, right? Yes. So, what does this mean? This table, how to read this table? This table indicates that after 1 year, if you discount a sum of 1 rupee, right? If you discount 1 rupee at the rate of 10% for 1 year, its worth is just 0.9091, correct? And after 2 years, its worth will be 0.8264. So that's how it actually works. So how do we calculate net present value? We just have to multiply our cash flows with present value factors. Present value factors will be available in the present value tables, and the you need to net it off. Netting off is like you add all the present value of cash inflows and subtract present value of cash outflows. The net figure what you get is your net present value of a project. In case they would have given you two proposals, or there are two projects and you are supposed to choose one among them. How do you do that? You just have to calculate net present value of each one of them separately and compare the figures. Which has a higher net present value, you will be selecting the same, correct? And yeah, in case they have given you only one project, like what are the illustration is, it just shows you a one single project. If it is negative, you need to reject it. If it is positive, you can accept it, right? Similar to net present value, there's also something called as benefit cost ratio, or profitability index. It's commonly called as profitability index. You can also call it as benefit cost ratio. The name itself states it is what the benefits you are getting and what was your outflow, right? Cash inflows and cash outflows, and you are calculating a ratio between them. If the ratio is more than one, you can accept it. If the ratio is less than one, you can reject it. Similar to yesterday's thing, we can calculate the present value factors using a calculator. But however, today I'll teach you how to look at a present value table and derive at the present value factors. Same thing, you need to check for this present value interest factor of $1 discounted at K percentage for N periods, right? Please be careful with the tables. You are checking the present value table, present value interest factor. What was the rate of interest? 12%. Go to 12%, and year 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. You just have to copy paste those numbers which will be there in your present value tables, right? In your present value tables, these numbers would have been there. You just have to take those numbers from there. You need to be careful as to which column and which row you are looking at, right? Now, let's start multiplying. There is a, okay, one mistake, that is, for year 0 we had taken it as 0.892, sorry, 8929, which is wrong. This 8929 is for first year, correct? 8929 is for first year. Your annuity tables will not start at year 0, it will always start at year 1, right? Now you need to multiply both of them, similar to what we had done in our net present value. Right. So we have got all the cash inflows as well as cash outflows. Now, how do we do the benefit cost ratio? Now, the next step will also go as it is. You just have to add all the present value of cash inflows. Let's add it. Let's take all the present value of cash inflows first. Present value 22, 322.5 plus 31,322.31,000 8 plus 28,472 plus 31,775. Alright, so This remains same because today you have invested. Today's worth will not change today itself. It might change after 1 year or 2 years, right? Today's worth, that is, you are invested 1 lakh rupees of money. So that will be as it is. So present value of cash outflows will be rupees 1 lakh. Now, profitability index or benefit cost ratio BCR is equal to the total present value of cash inflows, that is 114,450, sorry, 57.5 divided by 1 lakh. How much is it? 1.14, right? Yes. So in this case, you can accept the project because the profitability index is more than 1. If profitability index is more than 1, what does that mean? The amount of money or the amount of cash inflows, the worth of cash inflows is higher than the worth of cash outflows, which means that you are earning more than your expenses or what you had spent initially. That is the meaning of 1.14. You are earning 14% extra, right? 14% extra than what you had invested. If you had invested 1 lakh, you are earning 1 lakh 14,457.5, correct? Which means that you are earning more than your expenses or capital outlay. That is the main point. If in case you are given a single situation or a single project, you have only one alternative, and if you are doing capital budgeting for it, and in question they are asking if you want to accept this project or reject this project, in that case you can actually consider this criteria. If it is more than one, you can accept. If it is less than one, you can reject it. In case they are giving you two different projects which are mutually exclusive, you need to choose the one which has higher profitability index. So this is about your benefit cost ratio and net present value.